Welcome to an incredible journey into the mind, where we'll uncover some of the most fascinating psychological facts that will absolutely blow your mind. Imagine understanding why you do the things you do and why others behave in the ways that sometimes leave you puzzled. Psychology, the science of mind and behavior, has been exploring these mysteries for decades, and every day we uncover more about what makes us tick. From the quirky to the profound, these insights not only explain our daily interactions, but can also transform how we view the world and ourselves. Have you ever wondered why seeing someone yawn makes you want to yawn too? Or why you tend to remember the start and end of a meeting, but the middle gets a bit fuzzy? What about the curious way a simple backup plan can completely derail your primary goal? These aren't just random quirks, they are deeply rooted in our psychology and have fascinating explanations that you'll soon discover. Picture this: you're texting a friend, and you end your message with a period. Did you know that simple punctuation can make you come across as insincere? Or consider this scenario: you're at work, and the person next to you lets out a big yawn. Before you know it, you're yawning too, even though you're not even tired. And let's talk about generosity. Why are we more likely to donate to help one child rather than a vast number of people in need? The answers to these questions are not only intriguing, but also reveal much about our human nature. So, strap yourself in for a wild psychological ride. The facts you're about to learn could just explain some of the behaviors you've always wondered about in yourself and others. Whether it's understanding why food tastes better when someone else makes it, or why we're drawn to the music we loved in our teenage years, each fact will leave you thinking, "Wow, I never knew that." Prepare to have your perspective shifted as we delve into 15 psychological facts that are not only mind-blowing, but can also change the way you see the world. These discoveries are more than just interesting tidbits. They're keys to understanding the complexities of human behavior. By the end of this video, you'll not only be more knowledgeable, but also more attuned to the subtle nuances that shape our daily lives. So, if you're ready to expand your mind and see the world through a new lens, keep watching. You won't want to miss a single fascinating insight. Number 1. If we have a plan B, our plan A is less likely to work. Did you know that simply having a backup plan can decrease your chances of success? Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania discovered this fascinating phenomenon through a study where volunteers performed tasks. Those who considered alternative plans performed worse than those who focused solely on their primary goal. This can be explained by expectancy theory, developed by Victor H. Vroom in 1964, which states that motivation is influenced by the belief in the likelihood of success. When we have a plan B, we inherently doubt our ability to succeed with plan A, leading to decreased effort and motivation. While it's wise to prepare for contingencies, dwelling too much on alternatives can inadvertently sabotage your primary objectives. The key takeaway? Focus on your main goal with full commitment, and don't let the safety net of a backup plan undermine your determination. Number 2, catching a yawn could help us bond. Ever found yourself yawning after seeing someone else yawn, even if you're not tired? This contagious yawning isn't just an odd quirk, it's a powerful social bonding tool. Various theories suggest that response yawns are linked to empathy. When you yawn in response to someone else's yawn, it may be your brain's way of showing empathy and social connection. Interestingly, young children and individuals on the autism spectrum, who may have different levels of empathy development, are less likely to experience contagious yawning. This phenomenon highlights how deeply interconnected our social behaviors and emotions are. Next time you catch a yawn, remember that it might just be your brain's way of strengthening social bonds with those around you. Number 3. We care more about a single person than about massive tragedies. Why do individual stories often move us more than overwhelming statistics? Researchers from the University of Pennsylvania found that people are more likely to donate to help a single identifiable person than to a larger cause affecting many. In their study, participants were presented with different scenarios. One group saw a photo of a starving girl, another group heard a statistic about millions suffering from hunger, and a third group was exposed to both. Those who saw only the girl's photo donated significantly more. This is because large-scale problems can make us feel helpless and insignificant, whereas aiding one person feels achievable and impactful. The phenomenon, known as the identifiable victim effect, underscores how personal stories resonate more deeply with us than abstract numbers. Number 4. Beginnings and ends are easier to remember than middles. Have you ever noticed that you can recall the start and end of an event better than the middle? This is due to the serial position effect, a concept confirmed by a study in the frontiers of human neuroscience. It explains why you might remember the opening and closing remarks of a presentation, but struggle to recall details from the middle. Our brains prioritize and retain information at the beginning, the primacy effect, and end, the recency effect, of a sequence. This cognitive bias can be useful when studying or trying to remember important information. Break your learning sessions into smaller chunks and pay extra attention to the middle sections to ensure they don't get lost in the shuffle. Number 5. It takes 5 positive things to outweigh a single negative thing. Why does one negative comment seem to overshadow multiple positive ones? This is due to our brain's negativity bias, which makes us focus more on negative experiences than positive ones. It's an evolutionary trait designed to keep us safe by paying more attention to potential threats. However, this bias can also lead to rumination and stress. To counteract it, psychologists suggest maintaining a ratio of at least 5 positive experiences for every negative one. Practicing gratitude by noting what you're thankful for each day can help shift your focus toward the positive, promoting a more balanced and happier outlook on life. Number 6. Food tastes better when someone else makes it. Why does food always seem to taste better when someone else cooks it? Researchers suggest that when you prepare your own meal, the prolonged exposure to the smells and sights during cooking diminishes your excitement and anticipation, leading to a less enjoyable eating experience. This phenomenon is partly due to sensory-specific satiety, where exposure to certain stimuli, like food you're cooking, reduces your pleasure from it. When someone else cooks, the meal remains novel and exciting, enhancing the dining experience. So next time you enjoy a meal prepared by someone else, savor the experience. It's not just the ingredients, but the anticipation and surprise that make it special. Number 7. We'd rather know that something bad is coming than not know what to expect. Have you ever felt anxious when someone says, "We need to talk"? The uncertainty about what's coming can be more stressful than the bad news itself. Researchers have found that our brains prefer predictable outcomes over uncertainty, even if the outcome is negative. When faced with uncertainty, our minds race through countless possibilities, heightening our stress levels. This is why people often prefer to know bad news up front, rather than being left in suspense. It's a coping mechanism that allows us to prepare and manage our emotional response more effectively. Understanding this can help you manage your stress by seeking clarity in uncertain situations. Number 8. When one rule seems too strict, we want to break more. The psychological phenomenon known as reactance explains why we tend to break more rules when we feel restricted. When our freedoms are limited, we experience a motivational state that drives us to regain those freedoms. This is particularly evident in teenagers, who might react to strict rules by engaging in rebellious behaviors. For instance, if they're grounded, they might not only sneak out, but also partake in other risky activities as a form of resistance. Reactance highlights the importance of balanced rule setting and the need for understanding and communication to avoid triggering this defiant behavior. Number 9. There's a reason we want to squeeze cute things. Have you ever seen a puppy or baby and felt an overwhelming urge to squeeze or cuddle them? This reaction is known as cute aggression. According to research published in Frontiers in Behavioral Neuroscience, cute aggression helps us regulate intense positive emotions. When we see something unbearably cute, Our brains balance these powerful feelings with a slight aggressive response to prevent us from becoming overwhelmed. This ensures we don't harm the object of our affection, allowing us to enjoy the cuteness without losing control. So next time you feel the urge to squeeze a cute puppy, remember, it's your brain's way of managing overwhelming emotions. Number 10. We unintentionally believe what we want to believe. Confirmation bias is our tendency to interpret information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. This cognitive bias explains why people often seek out news sources that align with their views and disregard those that don't. It also makes it challenging to change someone's mind once they've formed an opinion. Confirmation bias can lead to polarized thinking and reinforces existing beliefs by favoring information that supports them and rejecting contradictory evidence. Being aware of this bias can help us strive for a more balanced perspective by actively seeking out diverse viewpoints and questioning our assumptions. Number 11. You're programmed to most love. The music you listened to in high school. Why does the music from our teenage years resonate so deeply with us? Research shows that the music we listen to between the ages of 12 and 22 has a lasting impact on us because of the heightened emotional experiences during this period. These formative years are when our identities and preferences are being shaped, and the music we love becomes intertwined with significant memories and emotions. The release of dopamine and other feel-good chemicals when listening to favorite songs from this time creates strong, lasting bonds. This is why hearing a song from high school can instantly transport you back to those moments. Number 12. Memories are more like pieced-together pictures than accurate snapshots. Memories are not perfect recordings of events, but rather reconstructions pieced together by our brains. This means that our recollections can be influenced by various factors, leading to the creation of false memories. For example, you might vividly remember starting the dishwasher before leaving for work, only to realize later that you didn't. Our brains fill in gaps in our memories based on our expectations and experiences, which can sometimes lead to inaccuracies. Understanding that memories are malleable can help us be more cautious about the certainty of our recollections and more open to the possibility of errors. Number 13. We look for human faces, even in inanimate objects. Have you ever seen faces in clouds, rock formations, or everyday objects? This is called pareidolia, a tendency to perceive meaningful images, especially faces, in random patterns. This phenomenon is believed to be an evolutionary advantage, as recognizing faces quickly was crucial for social interaction and survival. Our brains are wired to detect faces, so much so that we'd rather create one where none exists than miss a real one. This tendency underscores the importance of facial recognition in our social lives and how our brains prioritize this ability even in ambiguous visual stimuli. Number 14. People rise to our high expectations and don't rise if we have low ones. The Pygmalion effect is a psychological phenomenon where high expectations lead to improved performance. This was famously demonstrated in a study where teachers were told that certain randomly selected students had high potential based on fictitious IQ scores. These students ended up performing better, partly because the teacher's expectations influenced their behavior and interactions with these students. High expectations can boost confidence and motivation, encouraging individuals to achieve more. Conversely, low expectations can hinder performance, as individuals might not receive the support and encouragement needed to excel. This effect highlights the power of belief and expectation in shaping outcomes. Number 15. Our brain doesn't think long-term deadlines are so important. Why do we procrastinate on long-term projects? Our brains are wired to prioritize short-term rewards over long-term goals. Tasks with distant deadlines don't trigger the same urgency as immediate ones, leading us to delay them. This is related to temporal discounting, where we value immediate rewards more than future ones. To combat procrastination, break long-term projects into smaller, manageable tasks with closer deadlines. This creates a sense of urgency and makes the project feel more achievable. Understanding this tendency can help you develop strategies to stay on track and meet long-term goals effectively. And there you have it. 15 mind-blowing psychological facts that give us a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. These insights reveal the complexities of human behavior and how our minds work in fascinating ways. Remember, by becoming aware of these psychological phenomena, we can better navigate our daily lives, improve our relationships, and even boost our personal growth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Stay curious, stay informed, and until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the human mind. Thank you for watching.